I'm back again, guys. Want to clear the atmosphere from the last reading I just did. Last reading I just went live from. Kind of switch gears a little bit and talk about dredging. I kind of touched on different forms of magic doing, spell doing. Um, I myself personally have like gained awareness and knowledge of candle magic, fire magic, if you will. When I was in high school, it came to me like it was like on a movie screen in my dream state. Um, I was watching somebody else do it, but I understood what it was. It came to me in my dream state a couple of times. Um, so I just wanted to explain. I guess um, how being well. I wanted to explain being being kindness. And I want to help people start awaken to self knowledge, self power. Um, like kind of like not permanently putting away, but kind of like casting that whole mindset of coincidences to the side to better understand synchronicities that happen around us every day, getting in tune with yourself really. And so I'm not gonna pull any cards. I'm gonna be kind of reading from my occult book. And basically um I kind of want to pose the question of if people know, if do you guys know what kind of energy surrounds you? Is it an energy of love? You know, is it an energy of abundance? Is it a dark energy? How do you use your dark energy? Um, and then how it moves moves around you and through you, if you will, with um with that whole circumference energy and the was that vertical energy. Horizontal is that's tectonic plate energy. Just getting in alignment, getting grounded with self. No matter what, it's not about astrology, but no matter what your zodiac sign, what your zodiac energetical sign is, I'm still learning, but I'm only sharing my little knowledge I do have. So um I'm just gonna basically use myself for an example and the things that I'm experiencing. Um, I've been preparing for this all of my life to share this with you guys. I haven't been doing a good job of preserving my energy, but I've received intuitive downloads time and time and time and time and time and time again. Um, Something has happened in the cosmos, and it has transcended down here to the earthly realm. And so people's spiritual um weight is being called out. People's spiritual um what am I trying to say? People's past are now coming to the forefront, if you will. um it's all about kind of crossing over into another threshold. I don't know if anybody is paying attention to that energy, but Um, can you afford to cross over into the new, you know, people's spirits being called to judgment? Um, so with that being said, with me specifically, I mean, I've received so many energetic downloads to the point where I'm just like dehydrated. I'm trying so hard to drink water. I have my case and I have been drinking it, but I love me some juice and pop. I've been drinking grape juice. I've been like for fiber reasons and Concord grape juice, but my spirit is kindred with fire. Um, I relate to water. I relate to water. I'm an earth sign, but my spirit is kindred to fire. And so a lot of the times I need to start practicing more. So I'm just gonna go right in and kind of just like explain a little bit of what I'm saying. So like when I receive messages, like my body is the energetical wick, the wick to the candle. Um, I'm a North Node. Well, everybody has one. My North Node is Sagittarius. So I'm an energetical wick. And you know, the color that surrounds me is white. Um, so you know, there well, here we go right here. So the different types of spell working. And here it has candle. And so in candle magic, humans discovered ability to control light. And this one of the oldest forms, and this is one of the oldest forms of magic, as well as one of the most simple. Using candles to symbolize ourselves and our beliefs means that we have access to a power beyond ourselves. Candle magic also forms an effective backup for most other forms of magical working. So rituals, you know, seance, um, routine, conjuring, um, yeah, things of that nature. I've Sometimes if you stare at a flame long enough, you'll you know, with that whole connecting to the third eye chakra, it ignites something in you. And then that's where that's I don't know, you know, age, it has no age limit to it, but whenever, I don't know if anybody can remember to their first time, but I was a child when I stared at a flame. And it ignited my third eye chakra, and that's where the split started for me, where I was able to choose which side of life, and the trajectory of it that I wanted to be on. And I chose to sing the Most High's praises. I chose to continue out the mission of family. Um, you know, so it's difficult to explain, but creating tradition. Um, I kind of wanted to break cycles, but my soul is kindred to fire, though. I kind of wanted to break cycles because there was a lot of toxicity that was around me, coming up. I mean, everybody has experienced it, but remember reverting back to that whole first time staring at a flame and choosing what side you want to be on. Um, I like to dance. And I bought a book for my son. Um, where it was a Negro spiritual book. It was an African American spiritual book. Um, it was written by, what was his name? Hold on. Langston Hughes. This isn't the book, but it was an author. And in that book, that dark-skinned woman danced, and she danced to the beat of a drum, and she danced to the beat of a drum around a fire. Okay. And just saying that centered me. Me watching myself, remembering me reading that book and reading it to my son centered me, you know. Creating that recreating that circuit again. You know, remembering why I dance through the fire and things of that nature. But I'm sorry. Yeah, so I done lost my page. But people, they're okay, so with back to that whole split and, you know, choosing what side you wanted to be on, and me have chosen this side, being a warrior of the Most High and his teachings and his infrastructures, his buildings, you know, putting faith in work, you know, putting faith in love, following the commandments, you know. We are indoctrined human beings, you know. So that whole balance energy, and I don't want to pull cards, but I just kind of want you guys to do your own research and look up some of these deities. Share Your Gift came out. Just look up some of these deities and see what resonates with you. But back to the whole creating these rituals and finding some sort of balance in everything. Because there's a split. There's a split in the energy. And just you know, choosing me have chosen the side for me and my family to you know, carry out the Most High's mission. What we was kind of saying here to do, spread love, while there is another side that chooses to recreate generational curses with these same candles and fires. Just being lost in total darkness, being afraid to come to the light. Fire, water, you know, are sort of like resemble some sort of like reflection, if you will. Like I said, I'm kindred with fire, so I know my relation there, but I'm also kindred with water, and I love the water. I find most peace in the water. I love when it rains and it's kind of muggy outside. And you know, you have the fan going. I love that, like, water. I'm kindred with both. I'm my spirit family rather. I'm kindred with both, and that's like a whole nother conversation. Due to the fact of my ethnicity, my background, not my religious background, but my spiritual background. But with the different types of spell working, they all work together. So color and candle, because this white represents purity, represents newness, consciousness, blank spaces, a chance of like a rejuvenation, um that whole resurrection thing. And then, color and candles kind of work hand in hand, because when you get into manifesting and reflecting and staring into, trying to ignite some sort of abundance or love or whatever the case may be, you can interchange these candles in their colors, for like, you know, red or green or black, pink, purple. Um, but yeah, so back to the whole mindfulness of you know being that whole mindfulness of when you first came into self-awareness and having to choose which side of you know duality, I guess you will, that you were going to be on. And I come, it comes and it goes, but being cognizant of that, and just you know it comes and it goes. Being cognizant of that energy though. And oh right, being cognizant of which side you chose of duality, and how the energy comes to you, and where it speaks to you, um in or around you, in your body, on your body, or around you every day. People say tattoos are spiritual. Their messages to re-record or record yourself. It's kind of gossipy. It's kind of like telling too much of your information, if you will. It's art. Some people will call it artistic expression, but it can be vain. It can be vain. Oh, where the things that I've seen coming up, as far as like my what the things that were talked about at my family dinner tables, things that I've seen, things like that. Um, but yeah, so just being cognizant of like the energy and how it gravitates towards. Um, but dredging is a form of candle work, candle spirituality work. And so, you know, you you come you come into this knowledge, and you come into it at such a young age, and it all like this has been said before. That I'm just speaking my own experience. So shout out to me, because there are energies and forces around me that use fire magic to try to end my life. But I don't take it personal. I have my moments where I have my breakdowns, but I try not to take it too personal, because I know that that's just it's ignorance. It's lack of self awareness, to want to forecast some sort of abrupt ending in someone's life, especially when you aren't a parent figure in their life. Sometimes even parents, you know, um, can do it. And I'm not sure if they know they're doing it. Some parents know that they're doing it, and some people are just like so robotic that they just literally do what was passed down to them. It's which is not always a bad thing, but sometimes you have to remold, you have to reclay, you know. So like a lot of the times when I was growing up, I always it was a thing for me that I expressed myself through my throat chakra because it was blocked when I was very young. Someone had taken something from me when I was a child, and it kind of it stumped me. It tried to stop me, but I didn't let it, and that's when I was awakened into having a decision on how I was going to fight with life. But um with that being said, just being aware of how you receive energy. It doesn't matter which side of the fence you're on. It's just about how you exert your energy, because I believe in the world that we we can all coexist together. It's just about knowing self. I'm gonna keep saying it. It's just about knowing yourself and knowing how to call out to your going. Trust of success really. But I haven't gotten out of this energy. I've been very lax with how I manifest because I've been spoiled as a child. So I was very stubborn. A lot of the times when I was growing up, my parents were always kind of like um, tell me, to honor thy mother and thy father, or my days will be shortened. And I don't think that they realized that they were like casting some sort of spell over me, because once again, when I was saying like my throat chakra being blocked when I was young, and me having this urge to always speak my truth, stand up for people. I mean, in that I had to learn how to pull back a lot. And I'm turning 30, but I feel like I make great strides even in that, because I feel like I accumulated a lot of trust in people with their emotions, because I always, instead of manipulate, I'm a Taurus. I don't have much water placement in my chart, and the water placement that I do is is top tier, if you will. It's not bottom feeder energy. So I don't know how to emotionally manipulate. I just use it all for expansion, if you will, for more self knowledge, more self awareness. So that's how I gained a lot of trust from people. Um, but I kind of I kind of feel I missed out on a lot too because of my stubbornness, and it's that stemming from my parents, kind of brought like forecasting some sort of dark energy over me by that whole honor that mother and that father. It always every time like me and my mom would have these disagreements, like she would cut me short with that, and it like will block my throat chakra. And I had a lot like coming up. I had a lot of complications with my throat chakra and my heart chakra. Um, I used to have migraines, but not as bad. Um, but I wasn't in tune. I was in tune, but I lacked resource, is what I'm trying to say. I lacked a lot of resource, which kind of like hindered me. It kind of held me back a little bit. So I'm playing catch up with my life right now by means of these videos. So yeah, um, but I'm here. I'm here now. So that's all that matters. But I'm here now, and I know I think I can still say probably that I'm still on the same side of the good fight, the good spiritual fight that I chose out to be. And I'm hoping that I gain some more energy. I I'm hoping that spirit allows me the time and space to you know charge up my energy so that I can share this with my son. because I misused myself a lot in my teenage years, being stubborn towards my parents, only to realize that they were cursing me, but I didn't understand what it meant. And so now I know that I was always in alignment, though. Even still, you got to watch how you use your anger. Sometimes, like I said, if you lack resource, your anger can trigger you to that feeling of anger, and the lack of knowing the emotion that triggers it can cause people to go off into the deep end. Um, so, with that being said, I meditated a lot of the time on why my mom would say that to me and what she meant by that. And when I realized that it never really applied to me, because my home life and my school life were two totally different like situations. Like, my teachers took a liking to me. For the most part, I wasn't the most popular girl in school, but I mean, I talked to a lot of people, so um, I was friendly. I mean, I like to call myself a sunflower child. So pick up on that energy if you can. So I learned that what that means is to just to follow the teachings of your parents. That's how you honor your parents, your mother and thy father. Because in the Bible too, it does speaks about parents honoring their children as well. So, but I mean, to I have my Bible sitting right here. I keep saying I'm gonna open it, look up some scriptures on family, but I am, I am. I need to get out of this procrastination energy. But that's how you honor your mother and thy father, by their teachings um that they give to you, that was passed down to them by their parents, and then so on and so forth. So that whole thing. So that's what brought me to this video, because I wanted to just um share my experience and what it means to me to receive message from the most high, from source, whatever you relate to. um Mine comes in the form of lines. It's a generate Me and some other person are stuck in a generational cycle. So there's a lot of spiritual work that needs to be done, like a lot of it. And like I said, I resonate with water and fire. So this opposing party, they're creating seances around my past trauma as well as this other person's past trauma. And it's every 10 to 15 to 20 years that this cycle is gonna start. I can't make this up, because I watch other YouTube channels, and this one channel is specifically, she spoke on smelling the odor of a demonic spirit. And just 10 minutes ago, I smelled the burning of someone's hair, and it would only resonate with me. I know where that's coming from. I know where that's coming from. So there's a lot of spiritual work that needs to be done by me and this other person, by the means of counteracting it, creating our own sort of fiery rituals, if you will, um, not being afraid to see the truth. Um, and then, I don't want to say cooling off, because that's layman's. But what am I trying to say? Basically just simply counteracting that energy, because only we would know where that energy, where it stems from, and you know where it stems from and how it's being used. So with that whole smelling of the burning of the hair, um just being mindful of certain things, being mindful of the time, how I spend my time, where I'm at, being mindful of who I let around me. knowing who my soul family is, um, creating my own 10-year rituals with my family, but still having that watchful eye, because it's all about timing. It's all about timing. So, and then with that being said, this the demonic energy, this dark energy, it towers over my head. It towers over my head. Um, I want to say that there's another below the surface energy that's trying to help me. I know my grandfather is with me. I know he is. He was a Piscean man. That whole water energy thing. Because like I said, that fire, that dark energy, and them doing this seance around this fire. Um, it's just prevalent. But one time I experienced this cool breeze that came over my legs. And it was profound, because it was like, you're gonna be okay. Just hold on. And it triggered right now, it's triggering the thought of reflecting on who I am. Um, cooling off after all of that fiery energy, cooling off and remembering, reflecting on, who emotionally who I am to the people around me. Even though not all the people, but a good chunk of these people don't want the best for me just staying true to who I am. And that's what's making it hard for these people to necessarily reach me energetically. I mean, they stooped real low. They stooped real low, really, really low. But financially, they have been attacking me. But energetically, I mean, I'm untouchable. I don't want to sound cocky, because, like I said, I've been attacked. But I'm holding on. I'm holding on. So I need to start buying more candles and just start creating my own rituals for me and mine. Um, because this energy, these people, they don't even know how to get money for real. I woke up like this. I woke up on that type of time, when ever since I was a kid, all I wanted to do was get money. I'm a Taurus, you feel me? Like that's in our nature to be abundant, financially abundant. And I have to research why, I guess. It's something about how we it's the knowledge of the earth and how to use its minerals. That's what makes us abundant. That resonated with me. It you know but these people, they don't know how to get money, or they're jealous. It's a jealous energy. And this thing has been so, it's starting to pick up. I'm not gonna say it's been so slow, because we all kind of like had to come into our own. We had to, you know people have to journey through life, and go through, age age with experience, that whole age and experience, and age being nothing but a number. But sometimes the older you get, the wiser you don't. And that's just what it is. But basically, it's learning how to manifest. You could even, if you are a really kind-hearted person, people can manifest for other people every day. I mean, I used to do it. Like, if you really wanted to get technical, but that's a service. You won't have to pay somebody for that. But, because that's a lot of energy. Shoot, I'm gonna have to lay down for that one. But because I don't know who I'm speaking to, but some people, I don't know who I'm speaking to, but some people are caught up in these webs of deceit. And all I can say is be cognizant of your dreams and how you and what you feel, where what parts of the body they attach to. Mine comes in the form of my mind and my throat and my heart, my third eye, my throat, and my heart. Um, so with that being said, and the whole um, candle rituals and blessing your candles so that you can channel the energy and calm it down, because sometimes it can really weigh on you. I can get even more. I have paint. I have spiritual paint. Like my granddaddy was native, and the other day this energy was like, not the other day, this was like maybe a couple months ago. This energy was like, it was attacking my crown, my crown chakra so bad, to the point that I had to get out my bed and start painting the parts where it was attacking my body. And I had to cover it with white paint, white paint, black and red paint. Um, and the energy kind of died down a little bit. Um, I don't want to. I mean, I kind of looked crazy, but to me, I didn't look crazy. But it was like I was channeling. I felt a sense of pride because it was like I was channeling my grandfather, like that warrior energy again. So I just want to reach out to people because I don't know where people are at in their lives, but I always try to send positive energy. I don't try to pass judgment on anybody. We don't. So even if it comes off that way, um, I just, that's not my motive to pass judgment. Um, so I don't want to read every every page of this because there it's a lot of rituals and spells in here. And I have yet to really use them. That's what I'm saying. I need to practice for myself. But I started out the other day. I'm not gonna lie. I went to Target and bought me some of these, and I made like a little picnic area on the floor, and I had my crystals, my crown chakra crystals. I had my essential oils. You can use essential oils, Florida water, whatever essential oil that is needed for the time of the dressing, if you will. Whatever pressure point that energy is attacking or trying to communicate to you through, using that oil to dress your candles, because there are two different ways. There are two different ways of blessing your candle, and so one is by dressing, and the other is by charging your candle. And so when you dress your candle, um, it says here that any oil can be used for dressing a candle, but initially, I can't talk. It is best to use either your favorite essential oil, such as frankincense, or perhaps an oil infused with a suitable herb appropriate with the task at hand. A list of oils suitable is shown in this book. And then there are various ways to dress a candle, but what is important is the direction in which you anoint it. Um, if you remember, if you remember that working from the top down draws in power from spiritual sources, and working from the bottom up draws in energy from the earth. It is very easy to work correctly for your purpose. Never rub the candle with a back and forth motion. movement, as you will end up with a confusion of energies, not to say a sputtering candle. So being patient with your candle, you know, again, channeling which direction energy is pulling at, and like I said, working from top to bottom or bottom to top. It's soothing just doing that. And then it says here, charging candles. This is a quick, uncomplicated method of more fully charging a candle. This method can be used without having to set up your altar completely. It can equally be used to charge your altar candles. You will need a candle or candles of the appropriate color, a candle holder, matches rather than lighter. Okay, so method. Hold the candle in your power hand, in parentheses, the hand you consider you give out energy with. Open the other hand and turn that palm towards the sky. Breathe deeply and visualize your goal. Now perceive whatever you think of as universal energy flowing through the palm that is turned skyward, filling your body. So in a nutshell, basically, charging your candle so you won't always have to dress it, basically. Just a quicker form of manifesting. That charging is more of manifesting, I guess, and dressing is more of channeling energy. Because remember when it says charging, using the appropriate candle. So make sure just knowing what energy you're charging up, if you will. Yeah, so that's that on that. And then, I guess I'll be back with more readings, because that's the spiritual side of me. Like I said, I'm looking right at my Bible. I am a religious person as well. Religion holds me tight. It holds me tight. I grew up in the church all my life. And that's how I came into knowing who I was truly, by going to church. So I wouldn't, I don't know, teach his own, different strokes for different folks. But I guess as my channel progressed, I'll learn to, hey, Papa OG, thanks for the love. Hey. Yeah, I guess as I continue to do these live videos or whatever the case may be, hope I'll practice more yoga. I want to kind of like take a yoga class. So I see myself doing yoga with my stones and my crystals. I started doing yoga back in 2017, right before I had my son. And I kind of was like, I was new. I was new at it. I was working out, and like my spirit was kind of like, I was kind of like all over the place. And so I just kind of like fell into yoga a little bit and was just like going with the motions. I really wasn't channeling any of my chakras, if you will, or the tension in my body, because it's really in my root, my back. Now it transferred. It used to be in my up top. Now it's kind of like it's going below, but it'll be all right. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. And all things, what they say, all things through Christ, which strengthens me. So greater is He that's within me. Or I think I said that right. But that's all I have for right now. Thank you guys. Hey to my three viewers. You guys aren't little. You guys are not little at all. So hey to y'all. All right. Peace out.